So, you want to know how to make a how-to video, whether it be for your own personal gain, a budding YouTube channel, or a school assignment. How-to videos can be great ways to show how knowledgeable you are about a subject, while simultaneously helping others to learn more or just to have a good laugh. Your how-to video can be about video game tutorials, mock sword fighting, baking, overpowering your father, dating, and tips on how to deal with emotional problems. Although some things should be left to professionals. The sky is the limit. And for those who aren't sure where to start, let this video serve as a starting point. Step 1. Finding a group. Just like any major project in the real world, it's important not to overexert yourself. That's why any good how-to video person should have a group of acquaintances to help him or her produce their work. When choosing your group mates, always check for a few crucial qualities for anyone you're supposed to work with. You should look for group members who are dedicated to your cause. People with obligations like work or crippling depression are certainly not going to be focused on your project, so make sure to choose partners who don't have much else to do or who want to help. Another prime factor in deciding team members is whether or not they are industrious. No matter how dedicated someone is to the project, if they are lazy, then the quality of your how-to video will steadily decrease as the shooting continues. Make sure your group is culturally diverse. Your team will be one of many resources you draw on in production, and having varied skills and backgrounds can dramatically improve the quality of your work. A team of only white, straight American men will not be able to... Let's move on. More importantly, your group members should be kind. You're going to be working with these people, so it's crucial that you pick people who you can get along with. To recap, your group members should be dedicated, industrious, culturally diverse, and kind, which spells out... Okay, who f***ed with my cards again? Step 2. Brainstorm an idea. Now that you have your group members with Sid in mind, it's time to brainstorm an idea. Be sure to keep a few things in mind when brainstorming. Your how-to should be unique and should focus on something you or one of your group mates has experience in. While it is fun to shoot big, remember to be realistic in your goals and resources. Not everyone is going to understand a how-to video on the intricacies of your My Little Pony fanfiction. Speaking of My Little Pony, don't try to pander to every audience. While it certainly helps to make your video as relatable as possible, this is the internet. Basically, everyone is an asshole to some extent. Just pick something you love to talk about and take criticism with a grain of salt. Or just put censors everywhere, which will get you laughing no matter who sees it. Son of a gum-chewing funk monster, why the fruit does all this funny stuff happen to me? Forget my life. Always surrounded by you miserable, failing clods. It's like the whole world's like to bend me over and find me in the Alps, like I'm some sort of schlock receptacle. Well, for all I care, you miserable cows can have a fancy barbecue with a goddamn pig. Step 3. Writing an outline. After you have an idea, a good step to take is to write an outline of your production plans and dialogue. The outline should be as detailed or as vague as you like, but in-depth outlines are generally more useful. Be sure to assign a writer who is very organized and coherent with their work. As it will make filming much simpler. If writing dialogue is not their strong suit, choose someone who is proficient in it, as dialogue can make or break any how-to video. But don't focus too hard on the outline itself. You still need to film after all. There is always room for improvisation out on the field, so don't be afraid to stray from the outline a bit. Speaking of which... Step 4. Filming the scenes. With outline and script in hand, it's time to get out there and film your how-to video. Or just stay in your apartment. I guess that's fine too. However, like a fine orchestra, it is vital that all your instruments are finely tuned and in the hands of a proper musician. Even the most basic camera can be adequate in this day and age. But many people forget the importance of light and sound in their how-to. When filming, make sure to color balance your camera and check for proper lighting. If no one can see the action, then just like element 5 on the periodic table, your work will be boring. Nailed it. Another element of filming that you should watch out for is your audio. Even with the best camera ever, it's always a good idea to record your audio on a separate mic. And if you don't have one, then just take out the audio and put music over everything. Step 5. Assigning a narrator. Now that you have all that tasty footage, it's time to pick a narrator. Narrators can add much needed character to a video with no dialogue, and to help to move the video a lot better than the title cards by themselves. When deciding, be sure to choose whoever is most comfortable with the script, as it will lower the risk of unwanted stuttering. The narrator should also possess similar qualities to a voice actor, such as having a good pace, proper diction, good inflection, and a handsome face. Remember, microphones amplify piss-poor speech, so make sure your speech is understandable and easy to listen to. A good way to improve the quality of your audio is to record in a room that absorbs sound. This can be as simple as a blanket over your head, or an actual recording studio where I'm recording right now. Step 6. Editing the video. You now have all the ingredients to make a wonderful how-to video, but now comes one of the most important steps, the editing process. Editing can be complicated, so be sure to pick someone who knows the ins and outs of editing. The software they use is also a vital step in this process. Make sure you pick some good editing software. I said good. That can adequately accomplish your goal. Even the best editor can have a hard time if they are working with software they're unfamiliar with. But no matter what software you use, every how-toer should make their own formatted card slides with their own unique font and color. Black and white with Comic Sans won't grab anyone's attention anytime soon. Be sure to watch the entire sequence periodically to catch any mistakes or errors before they become a big problem. When everyone has seen the video and made their input, it's time to export the file. When choosing the file, try to go for a type that will look good while also not taking up too much space. For starters, I recommend HD 1020. Step 7. Watching the finished product. Step 8. Post it to your favorite social media site. Satisfied with your project, it's time to birth it forward into the wonderful world of the internet. While many sites can have their own video players, a good place to upload is either YouTube or Vimeo, as you can simply post the link on other sites and direct people to see your project. Be sure to pick an alluring title and cover picture that will make people go, "Whoa, that looks really professional." Then just sit back and wait for the critics. We hope that this informational how-to video on how to make an informational how-to video was informational and fun to watch. And, oh shit, there's nothing left on the script. Bye.